Train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center. Stillwell Avenue bound W local train. The next stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
This is a Manhattan-bound N local train. The next stop is Canal Street.
Meanwhile,
Mr. Fay, thank you very much for joining us for here on Trainman 6000 Lego MTA's channel. Happy New Year to you, and I hope that 2025 has been a good start to you as well. What has been 2024 been like for you for Munipals, and what has happened? What are the big achievements that you guys managed to achieve apart from the R211s?
One of the biggest things I've noticed is we have more orders of multiple units of the same train. So I think more people are making videos like you make, like you both make. So that's affected sales instead of getting one of everything. So that's a nice plus. I always hoped that the business would go that way, that people would have fun creating their version of the subways.
And here's the thing, in 2025, there's a lot to cover, and we get to cover some of the good ones. So in the new year, what can we look forward to, and what can subway and bus enthusiasts look forward to? My goodness.
So that's,
There it is, right?
That is the package.
it's like a white box, actually.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is the bus.
Yes. That's the rear carriage. Oh.
So that's
Select bus service.
There's
And
the
front.
Look, there's the magnet.
that's actually pretty clever.
That is very clever.
So
So I'm hoping we can use this on our gangway trains.
Oh, and the gangway, so the gangway trains are coming for the for the R2.
Well, we got a joint.
Yes.
We got the joint. So,
So-
maybe we can do it. So
So
that's hopeful.
I've always
we
said
can
to
also do gangway trains, and we can do light rail. So it's kind of exciting that we made that joint finally over many years. Here we had one that had a buried magnet. You see?
yes, yes.
Oh, which side goes here? This side. Wrong one.
buried magnet.
See?
Yes.
That would have been very nice.
And able to clip together.
But, you know, it's because it's invisible. But the action was very stiff. So
So
we
the-
tried it with different magnets. It didn't really work.
So the challenge precisely will have to.
Until we came up with this joint, you know?
So the
This
challenge.
is like just a magnet connected toggle. But the magnet is what makes it safe.
So the challenge precisely really is how things joins together, and because a lot of us will be trying to figuring out within the community, how would you do it? But I've always said, oh, look, you'll figure it out, and you did.
How to do it without making it a weapon. Can you imagine? Like a little nunchuck.
Yes,
That
yes,
would be wrong.
yeah, and child safety always have to be first when it comes to creating these things. So having said that, though, you said the word light rail. So can we expect New Jersey Transit light rails?
Yeah.
At some point.
So the answer is technically you're trying.
We made the trolley for SEPTA.
So
And I never really liked it so much because the proportions are kind of distorted. But we did have the covered wheels. So then I thought, well, maybe we could make it with it so it doesn't run on tracks. And everyone said, no, don't do that. So maybe I'll make it a little taller. If I'm happy with what we can do there, we can do other trolleys, and then we're on our way to doing modern gangway connected trolleys, light rail.
So given that there may be NJ buses too, I assume there could be.
You know, we invest a lot of money this year, so we'll see. Because we are also doing
The Diamond 6.
here we go.
Here we go. The Diamond 6.
And you can
Diamond
see like
6.
it doesn't have the R62 on
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
yeah, well, it's a sample. We made a mistake, so they
So
fixed
it's
it.
like a base, pretty much.
It's a base model.
That's like the first time I've seen.
And the double A's. Oh my God. The R1
R1
dash
double.
9.
That's
Dash 9. This is a trait.
Now-
This is a real
now.
trait.
What will it look like? That's the thing because I have
Like
the egg right here.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now that is pretty.
This is awesome.
it says City of New York.
On the train. Yes.
It's hard to see because the color.
The color
You
different.
can see the train right now.
I think the viewers will go insane.
It
They
will
will
go-
go.
it's
They
gonna
will
blow
blow their
their-
mind. It will blow.
So
their
that is funny, right?
It will blow their mind. Thank you so much for showing us to this. I mean the
And then I have somebody keeps telling me I think I should make a money train. That would be a big seller.
yes.
Now, what do you guys think?
I think we can do the movies out of it. Can you? You know
The Money Train.
the Money Train movie.
We have to do it nostalgia, right? Because it's
Nostalgia series.
Nostalgia
how
series.
old is that? When is the last time they ran a Money Train?
90s.
Yeah, 90s. Because I did see something in Coney Island Yard actually before. It was near R160.
When did they get rid of tokens?
Because there's no more tokens.
There's no more tokens. When did they get rid of tokens?
In the 90s, in the early 90s, and around 90s.
Well, it's got to be nostalgia. We do it.
93, 94, it will be.
Yeah, we can
and
do that.
MetroCard came in then.
Mhm.
So, but then after
Before his time.
so you still got. That's a lot to do. I mean, as I said, that's what makes New York City's transit system is just so special because you have so many things that you can play with, work on, and work about. Because
It's so deep compared to other cities. It's incredible.
it has such a long history. Lego, your mind's clearly blown. I can see the mass formulation coming up. You got a question?
I pretty much am blown by it, especially when you were showcasing the unique magnets for the bus. And when you mentioned like open gangway, this comes to a question actually because I have the R211 A train here. It's the 211A,
Okay.
respectfully. So when the C train gets more common with 211As and there's some 211T sets on the C train, is it possible, since you have the demonstration of the open gangway magnets, is it possible that you could probably make a 211T C train car set, or you just make it the same way for the A train R211A, but it's just a C instead?
I think the answer is going to have to be that we would sell it both as an individual car and as a three-piece gangway set. So you have an A car, a B car, and a C car, right? The A and the C will be reverse of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the B car, the middle car, will probably be rounded on both ends. But then we can also put the chevrons on it.
Because remember, last year we had the conversation saying the cost
Yeah.
of the chevrons. That's one of the key reasons why. But having said
I don't want to replace a single car.
Mhm.
Like if you want to buy the C train, you can only buy it as a 3-car set. That would be wrong. So we will probably double up some of the numbers.
The Rockaway Parkway shuttle. I think you got something.
Yeah, for the Rockaway Park shuttle, because 46s are going to be retiring at some point, maybe this a lot more R46.
They are just announced them, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been coming common for R179s, but there has been some rare cases where R211As might spawn from Pitkin. So if you were to do the Rockaway Park shuttle, what car type would you choose?
I asked my son the day I'm drawing it up.
I think could be R179.
Probably
Could be,
R179.
Probably because obviously.
79, 179, probably.
Yeah, because I think everyone will just keep badgering on the Bronx sticker book, the Bronx sticker book.
They still want.
It's still
People
working.
still want another shuttle.
Yes, yes, and
Okay.
I assume that you're still working on the Bronx sticker books and everything else, isn't it?
I think my son is finished. You know, he works at a radio now, so he's busy with the production. He has a lot of production work he does at the radio station out here. But yeah, he is the one to do it, and I think he's almost done. So maybe this summer we could put that order in.
That's wonderful.
I think the CTA book has been corrected, so that's ready to go. We can do Bronx, and we could do like Staten Island, but what is that, 5 stations, 8 stations? It's not that many.
10, only 10 or something like that.
I don't know how much demand that is, so I don't know.
But we did Staten Island without the sticker books. We managed to create quite a few of them with the scenery in the background.
Yeah, we because we did a collab where recently when the R211S came out in service, like station action. You did Grassmere, right?
Yeah, I did
Grand City.
You did Grand City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we customized our Munipals to have like R211 S.
Right.
Now, which brings me to the question: when the R44s actually retire, get wiped out from the Staten Island Railway, when you make the R211S, is it going to be split models like the Diamond 7, the Local 7?
I don't think that. I think that's too parsing that market segment to too small a piece. You know what I mean? So that you got to always calculate how much it costs to put it on the market, and then how fast it's going to sell through, because that's warehouse space you pay. You know what I'm saying? So those are all your calculations.
Let me ask you.
I don't mind to spend the money, but if there's lower hanging fruit, you know what I mean? By that,
It has
if
to be
there's something that has better numbers on those three areas, then we should pursue that first, rather than to go into the lesser.
So R44. So Staten Island is not ruled out as a future for those upgrade on those trains, but maybe
I wouldn't rule out any future. When we first started selling these trains, we would get feedback from parents, and they would say, we bought the trains for the kids, but when we had our friends over for eat cocktails in the evening, everybody wanted to play with their trains, and every adult had stories of, I took this train to work when I was an intern. I took this. They all had stories about the trains. So for it to be a kid's toy, then the child, the child whose toys it is, has something the adults want. So that's a very kind of neat twist.
for all age groups. For
all age groups. So that's like, it was really a wonderful sweet spot we found. And so we'll do our best to keep
people
it sweet.
It can.
So they're arriving in port probably in February.
Mm.
So we'll be this spring. They'll be available. Thanks, you guys. Have a great new year. And maybe I'll see you out on the subway.